I just showed you how to create some new categories in Joomla, and I showed you how to edit them, but I didn't show you how to delete them yet. So let's hop back into our category manager, which you can get to over here from the control panel under quick icons, if you're not already in there. And let's go ahead and create a new category here just to show you how to delete them. So I'm going to create a category called Delete Me and say Save and Close. So there's my category here. And to get rid of this category, what I'm going to need to do is put a check mark by this, and I click on the trash can icon up top. That will send it to the trash. But just like your Macintosh or your Windows environment, all you've done so far is actually put that particular category in the trash. So the category still exists. And that can potentially cause trouble, especially if you decide later to go create another category called Delete Me. You might get an error about an alias for that already existing. If you really truly want your category to be deleted entirely, that it doesn't exist in your Joomla site anymore anywhere else, here's the second step you're going to have to do. So over here on the side, on the left side of the screen, you'll see that we have a number of filters that are available, one of which is Select Status. This is a way you can filter categories or articles by whether they're published or unpublished, archived, trashed, and so forth. If I switch this to trashed, this will show me the fact that I still have this category called Delete Me. It's just sitting here in the trash. I could, in fact, restore this. If I click the trash icon here, roll my mouse over it, you'll see that it says Publish Item. What this will do is toggle this to the published state. And you see here now, I'm looking at my trashed items and I don't see anything anymore. That's because there aren't any more trashed items. Over here under the filters, see? So I need to switch this back to my published items. And there's that Delete Me category one more time. All right, so now if I really want to get rid of this, I put a check mark by it and I send it to the trash. So we know that it's now under the trash state. So now if I go to the trash state, there's the Delete Me category one more time. Now, if I really truly want to get rid of it altogether, what I'm going to do is put a check mark by this and then say Empty Trash. Now that item is gone. You see there's nothing left in the trash. And if I switch back to my published categories, you'll see truly that category is now gone. It no longer exists anywhere. So what's the best thing to do? To trash items or something else? My sense is it might be better just to unpublish things. If you need to get rid of something you've totally screwed up, it's totally wrong, it's totally fine to send things to the trash. But if your boss comes to you and says, I don't want that thing displaying on the website anymore, rather than trashing it, because you know how bosses are, they may come back to you and change their mind later, you can always unpublish something. So if you want to unpublish something, all you need to do is, on the little green icon here where it says Status, you see if I roll my mouse over it, I get a tooltip that says Unpublish Item. If I unpublish this item, it actually disappears from my list of categories again because I'm showing only published categories. But if I switch to my unpublished categories, I still have a category called About. It's simply not available to show on the front end of the website. I can still get to it here from the back end of the website. It's very easy to reestablish it as available simply by clicking on the icon again and publishing it. So here, if you have your filter here set to the just select status, not to publish or unpublish, this will show you both published and unpublished items all together in the same list, or you can filter by published and unpublished items the same way I've just showed you with those filters. However, I do want the About category to be available to me because I'm about to go create some content for the About category. So I'm going to go ahead and check that off and make this published. The other way that you can publish and unpublish items is to put a check mark next to things and use these buttons up here on the top for publishing and unpublishing. Or if you happen to be editing a particular item, you can also set the status down here in the drop down. So published, unpublished, archived, or trashed. That's also available to you. So remember that trashing something is actually a two-step process. You have to send it to the trash, and then you have to empty the trash to get rid of an item entirely. And publishing and unpublishing are really probably the way you want to work with most of your content inside of Joomla. It means that you've still got a copy of things available. If you ever need to republish it to the website, you can just click a button and restore it to its previous state, whereas trashing, of course, is a far more permanent kind of thing, and it's hard to get content back, like impossible, if you do get rid of something from your website and then it turns out you need it later.